All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Tuesday, Tasty Tunage Tuesday. Hope you're having a good week so far. Yesterday, Van Halen, 1984. What a record that is. Saw that all over Twitter feeds everywhere for their 39th anniversary. I hope you had a chance to listen to some of that. We are here in the cave. Another exciting episode today. As far as topics are concerned, I was going to go with Pat Benatar's birthday today, but I decided to kind of pivot from there. But Pat Benatar, 70 years young today. Happy birthday to Pat Benatar. Maybe we'll cover her later this week. But we're going back to January 10th, 2016, sad day in rock and roll, when we lost none other than David Bowie at age 69, just a mere few days, 2 days after his birthday and 2 days after the release of his album Black Star. How do you do one episode on David Bowie? You just can't. The answer is you can't. So we'll try to do the best we can here. 140 million records sold, roughly 11 number one albums, acting, singing, writing, painter, you name it. Husband, he was proud to be that husband. 26 studio albums, 12 albums released from 1967 to 1977. How about that? I mean, just there's no way you can just cover when you look him up. It goes through like eras of his life, of his music, and like it's almost like the Stone Age. Anyway, listing all these historical eras of his musical career, and I really thought about this a lot, and I had to go with this record because in April of this year, 1983, is the 40th anniversary of his comeback album, Let's Dance. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's Dance. He's coming off of Scary Monsters. Didn't like how that played out. Got rid of his record label, so he didn't do anything for like 3 years. Left his label behind, like I said. Then he gets Nile Rodgers, the Nile Rodgers of Chic, to co-produce with him, as in Le Freak, all those songs, and the famous Nile Rodgers, by the way. That guy, you could do a whole show on him. And it's the MTV generation, just like talking about Van Halen. They turned out this record. Who is this playing guitar on this record? This is probably a trivia question out there. Who plays guitar on Let's Dance? Not rhythm guitar. Rhythm guitar is Nile Rodgers, by the way. Who plays lead guitar? That is none other than an unknown guitarist named Stevie Ray Vaughan. How about that? Stevie Ray Vaughan plays on this record. Unknown. And it's so strange because Huey Lewis posted a thing saying, I read this thing just yesterday saying that they had Stevie Ray Vaughan open up for them on a tour. And his manager was like, what are you talking about? We don't know who these guys are. Nobody knows who these guys are. They want more money than average. And he was like, pay them whatever they're asking. They're really good. And they opened up, and then they stripped the fans started shouting at the end, Huey. It was on Huey Ruled the World. And he said, he tells the story. He went back to them and said, this is normal. You guys are awesome. We really love you guys. You're gonna be just fine. But anyway, Stevie Ray Vaughan on guitar. And for the first time ever, David Bowie doesn't play any instruments on this record. He just sings. So that's pretty cool. Number one album, huge MTV success, right? 4 singles, 70 weeks on the charts. What are the songs? Well, Modern Love, of course, China Girl, Let's Dance, Cat People. We're going to get back to that in just a second. But those are the big ones, right? David Bowie, he looked back and called these his Phil Collins years, and not with and he didn't mean it in a good way. He just lamented all the commercial success and fans he picked up along the way, and he was not as happy with it as one would think, but it got him worldwide success. That's what he got out of that. So China Girl, one of those songs you just wouldn't write or sing these days. Turns out that's an Iggy Pop song. Starting to make sense. That kind of makes sense. I don't know why it does, but it does. But that's an Iggy Pop song that he did. And China Girl is one of those songs you wouldn't record and release these days. There's a whole probably list of 10, 20 songs. I could do an episode on songs inappropriate songs that we would not sing now or release now. But I don't know, I always thought about doing that. But anyway, great record here. Cat People. We're going to get back to Cat People. If you've been watching my show, I love the song Cat People. Putting out fires with gasoline. I've been listening to this song since the early 1980s. Whenever it was hard to find, you had to only get it on the Cat People soundtrack. And I would just stand on the street corner and be like, this is an awesome song. And nobody felt the same way as me. That long intro, and then the kicks in. I mean, I just always have loved this song. I mean, there are people out there that love this song. I've discovered since the internet, but I didn't know anyone that liked this song when I liked it, and it was awesome. But apparently the version on the record, you can only get that as a single. It was a one-off. It was a single, and it was on the soundtrack, but it wasn't on any of his records. So he decided to go ahead and remake that song, and they put it on this record. And so that's Stevie Ray Vaughan playing on this version of Cat People. This is the disco version, the Phil Collins version, if you will. And frankly, it's terrible. I'm just saying, I can't do it. Can't do that version. Sorry. If you're out there and you like this version, I just can't. You got to listen to the Cat People version. That's the one that kicks them serious about. That's the one that they used in Inglourious Basterds. And when I heard the first few notes of that in that movie, I about lost my mind. I was like, oh gosh, this is amazing. Perfect for that scene. Anyway, I digress. We're going fast here. All right. So again, because David Bowie, he didn't really care for this record, but it got him a lot of fame. I'm still going to choose it as a song of the day from there, even though you could go back. And I love all the other stuff. Heroes, Changes, Fame, Ziggy Stardust, Young Americans. Yes, on the Young Americans. Fashion, Beep Beep. Space Odyssey, Suffragette City, Under Pressure with Queen, Rebel, all those. I mean, you could pick any of those for song of the day, and I would be all right. I am a David Bowie fan through and through, even some of the deeper cuts, but all those, all worthy. But MTV Generation, this is my introduction to Bowie. This was his comeback, like it or not. And you could do Let's Dance, that video. Boy, that's a funny video. You could do that one song there. But for me, it's all about Modern Love. Love this song, Modern Love. And the video, too. Here I was. I can picture it. Some things you just remember. And here I was on the Canadian border in Limestone, Maine, visiting a cousin and watching MTV in the middle of nowhere and seeing that video and being like, I want to dress like that. I want the jacket. I want the tie untied. I want the pants. It's yellow or whatever color it is. But that's it. I didn't want to sing. Some people saw the Beatles and they wanted to sing. Mine was easy. Whatever I was doing, I just wanted to look that good. I even tried. Let's post that picture if I can find it. You guys have seen the skinny tie and jacket. But when you don't have the resources and you're not that cool, this is how you want it to go. This is how it went, right? That's the one. Anyway, what are you going to do? I was an MTV Generation kid. I wanted to be that way. Didn't want to play anything. Didn't want to sing anything. Just wanted to look good. Anyway, David Bowie. Modern Love. Song of the day today. Play that today. Looking forward to the rest of the week. Whatever you're doing, I hope it involves music. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side. Gets me to the church on time.